it didn't feel like everything was kind of going your way. And then in the third period, really furious from you guys. What changed in your mind between the second and the third?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously every game isn't going to be perfect. So I think, first and second period was okay, not more than that. And then the third, I think we just, got more pucks in that. Everybody was more hungry, more physical, and then we got some chances and scored on them. So, but yeah, good last period. I think obviously tough losing game. We definitely should have won with a 4-on-3 in OT as well.
Second game in a row, you guys have been down, and then you've gone to you with Q and Kevin. What kind of spark has maybe the three of you guys together given, maybe the three of you individually and the team in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's good to change things up. Maybe when it's not going the way, get some more momentum. You get obviously excited to play with some new guys every now and then. And I mean, they're both really skilled. They work really hard. Got all the tools, so I just tried to do my part. And basically the same thing. Try to work as hard as I can. Lots of talk out there, making some good plays, and got rewarded. Had some good chances over the last couple of games with them. So that's it's a good thing to have in the back of the pocket, especially games when you're down going into the third period, that we can go to lines like that and create some offense.
On that, what do you like about Q centering you and Kevin? What is it about that seems to work?
I mean, a lot of speed. Obviously, he's a big guy, but he's really powerful. Got a lot of speed, and often beats this guy up the ice. So it creates a lot of odd man rushes, and he's really good one-on-one player, which helps a lot too. Especially when you don't have the puck and he can beat his guy. It creates confusion for the other team, and that creates chances for you and for us. So I mean, they're both probably the two best one-on-one players we have on the team. So it's I just try to do my part and work hard.
How much of a factor was their defensive play in the first period? It looked like for a while that nothing was going to happen in the game.
I mean, they really came into play. I think they were hard. They were physical early on. I think we weren't as physical and hard as they were in the first period. So I think we got better along the game. I think the second period was a little bit better. We started showing up a little bit more, but third period was good. But they're a big team. They have a big physical D. Hard to get around them. Hard to get to the net. So I mean, they played a solid game tonight.
Adrian, on Q, you mentioned the offensive part of his game, but he had said that when talking to Kevin, a big thing he wanted to know is try and make plays, try and get a little bit risky because he'll be there to cover defensively. That's something you noticed kind of right away on that line, that you have that safety net of Q always behind you defensively.
Yeah, and he's grown a lot as a player over the years, and you can definitely see that he's very trustable out there, especially in defensive areas, and he's using his body really well. He's starting to, not saying he's smarter, but he's starting to figure out a little bit more in the D zone, and whether I play with him and Kempe, they always have my back. So it's really nice to play with guys like that. That's always covering for you.
I know you love playing with Kempe, but would you like to see a little bit more of that line with you, Q, and Kevin?
I mean, obviously I played with Kempe for so long, and just had a little bit of a drought a couple of weeks here. So obviously I think it's good sometimes to change things up. Like I said, you get a little excited sometimes to play with some different guys, and I think it's good for both of us. And I'm sure we'll get back together, just like it happened in previous seasons. Where last year we had a couple of games where we didn't play together, and then they put us back together, and then we're scoring again. So I think it's sometimes I think it's good to change things up for sure.
You guys have pulled back within sight of the division here. How do you take the momentum that you do create here at home on this road trip here?
I mean, it's definitely, we got to get better on the road, that's for sure. We've been really solid at home. We can't always rely on, being down in the third period, coming back and knowing that we have the fans in the back and stuff like that. So it's going to be, tougher on the road when you're down 2 goals, when their fans are going crazy and they have the fans in the back. So I think we just got to be more, consistent with our game, I think, right from the start throughout the 60 minutes. We don't have to be perfect every game, but we can't, have a really good 20 minutes and 40 minutes okay. We got to be more, good for 60 minutes than, have those ups and downs, I think.
Adrian, you mentioned your line's been a little bit dry recently. That goal you scored today, feels like the kind of goal you score when you're playing your best hockey. When you have that, does that kind of get the juices going for you? Something you can kind of build on?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, obviously, at the end of the game, you're down, you try to create stuff, and yeah, sometimes I got a good pass, I had a lot of speed, so obviously try to shoot in stride and all that kind of stuff, and, yeah, definitely builds confidence, and, I haven't played my best game over the last couple of games and before the break either, so hopefully I can spark me up a little bit more for the future, for the next couple of weeks here.